All right. So thanks for coming on the show, Mostafa. This is the first episode, like I said, of the podcast. So I'm very excited to be here with you. For everyone, Mostafa is the SEO lead at Oneflow, contract manager and an automation platform for sales, HR, and other departments. Welcome, Mostafa.
Thank you.
And we can let's dive right in. Can you start by sharing what exactly you do at OneFlow and what your areas of responsibility are?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Mostafa. I'm the SEO lead at Oneflow. I have been working at Oneflow for around 1 year and 10 months. I'm gonna complete 2 years quite soon. The main areas of responsibilities are like managing the SEO strategy from scratch. Since like we before this, like before 2 years, we didn't really focus on the SEO. It was like some other channels out there, and then we started to invest more into the SEO. So I am working like with all fields of the SEO, including on-page SEO, including off-page SEO, and also technical SEO. So these are the main responsibilities right now.
Right. So SEO was added recently as another channel to develop. Okay, that's good context. And how big is your team?
Yeah, so like the SEO lead is part of the growth marketing team, which is like 7 people right now. And then the growth marketing team is part of the entire marketing team, which is around 23 people. 17 of them are in Stockholm, where the headquarter is. And then we have 5 regional marketers in 5 countries, including Finland, the Netherlands, France, the UK, and also Norway. So we have like a big team, I would say. Most of them are in Stockholm, but also we have some regional marketers out there who manage SEO. Also, like it's good to keep in mind that our website runs in 10 languages, so it's not only one language.
That's very interesting. We can speak about that a little bit later. So how many of these people are actively involved in the SEO and let's say content?
Good question. I would say all of them.
All of
So, like, yeah, we have always emphasized within the team that SEO is not like one man show, or it's not like one person responsibility. Rather, like everyone is involved within the SEO, including like the content team, including like the designers who design videos, like create videos, images, everything for the SEO, and even like from the paid aspect, we can have like some cooperation on the keyword research, like all of this. So I would say like SEO is the entire team effort, and that's what we have been always emphasized within OneFlow marketing team, that SEO is not about one person, it's rather like a team effort. Everyone is kind of involved in the SEO. And I will come like to this later on to see like how exactly everyone is contributing to the entire SEO strategy.
Okay. And if you can share what let's say how much of the pipeline is SEO responsible for? Would you say so? How much of the total results marketing is getting for the company is SEO responsible for as a channel?
I would say that like the organic or the non-paid results are quite contributing highly to our company or to our marketing OKR. I don't have a specific number in mind now, but I think like it's definitely more than 60% like relies on SEO. But I can get the number later on. But yeah, so I would say that SEO plays an important role in our strategy and in our revenue stream at OneFlow.
Oh, that's very good. That means your job is very important. So is that just to is that how is the non-branded versus branded split for this for these organic results?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I would say that here I want to illustrate more about the product since Oneflow is B2B software company. So we have found like some challenges in contributing the brand and non-brand because let's imagine that one person like responsible at a company X and then they type like contact management on Google. And then they saw like an ads from Oneflow. So they knew that, okay, there is a company called Oneflow, like they are doing this contact management. And then they didn't click on the ad. Next day, like this person typed contact management or typed Oneflow, and then they landed on the website organically, not like from the paid advertisement. So like even though the first touch point was advertisement, it would still contribute to the organic or to the non-paid branded search results. So I would say that like in the B2B buyer journey, it's so important to keep this in mind that like your buyer journey, like where does it begin? Like what are the touch points that the buyer like across all over like their buyer journey and all of this. Therefore, like at Oneflow, we kind of try to make it like as one team effort. So it's not that like, okay, SEO should generate this X amount of revenue or paid this should generate this or brand or non-brand. We rather like depended more on the more like flat structural revenue, I would say, where everyone like is responsible for their own channel, of course, but at the same time we as a team, as a marketing team, all are contributing to the revenue generated from our channels.
Right, right. Well, that sounds modern, let's say. Um, are you following the lead gen versus demand gen discussion?
And no.
Right. Do you have gated content on your website or ungated content, like ebooks? Are they accessible? Do you optimize for getting leads like MQLs, or do you optimize for getting inbound demos or self-serve?
Yeah, so I would say we do both. So, like when we try to write or to think about the content that we will have on our website, we try to cover like the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel for both self-service, but also like for referral, for people like coming from hearing from other companies about Oneflow. So we have customer stories on our website, etc. And we have product tour page, like which is contributing like a lot to show people how they can like use Oneflow. So I would say we depend on both. But when we think about the content, we would rather like think about it in funnel stages, like top of the funnel, and how can we move people like to the middle of the funnel and then to the bottom of the funnel where they can convert later on and become like marketing qualified leads and then customers at the end.
Right. Good. Okay. Maybe you can share with us some of your kind of main things that you worked on this year and your main learnings from this year.
Yeah, so we started the year like by focusing more into generating qualified traffic to our blog and to our website in general, and that's why we also like we opened 3 new subfolders or 3 new languages, the Portuguese, the Spanish, and also the German languages on our website. And since we don't have regional marketers in these countries, so we depended on AI to translate the content and also like to optimize the content for SEO. So I would say that in the beginning of the year, of this year, we kind of depended on generating qualified traffic to our website. So it was mainly like top of the funnel content, but also like some bottom of the funnel and some middle of the funnel content. After a while, we shifted this towards trying to get people to know our product from like the very last touch point or the bottom of the funnel. So we tried to rank the main keywords of Oneflow on the first pages of Google as well. So I would say like earlier, we kind of depended on the quantity And right now, like, or in the second half of the year, we depended more on the quality. Okay, like maybe like we don't want any junk traffic, or we don't want like to rank for some like keywords that we don't really like get qualified leads out of it. And this doesn't mean that like the earlier strategy was wrong or right, or neither like the latest strategy. I would say that it was just like stages. Earlier, we wanted people to get to know us, to get to know Oneflow, to get that to know that we exist. And then later on, we wanted people to know that we are the best when it comes to our solution, that we provide them with with their needs, and that we also like solve their problems. So that's like this stages that we started the year, and right now we are on this like quality based content or quality based strategy, where we focus more on ranking Oneflow main core keywords on search engines.
Right. Congratulations on expanding to 3 more languages. I did some international SEO myself, and it's a particular type of SEO. Do you use WordPress for your website?
Yes.
Do you use like a plugin like Polylang or something?
I think we have a website developer like inside, so we yeah.
Right. And you say you used AI translation to translate these languages.
Yes.
The same content, meaning the same that was in the other languages, you translated it to the new language.
So we chose like the most relevant like content that we believe it's gonna generate traffic and qualified leads for these markets. So like we defined X amount of pages, and not all the pages that we have like on the English website or on the Swedish website, but we defined an X amount, and then we kind of try to test these markets with these pages in the beginning, and then we later on like we decided to expand to publish like more pages basically.
How did it go for you to expand? I don't think many B2B SaaS are in multiple languages or SEOs at these companies. I haven't seen many, so you might have some unique experience here. Um, what are the results? What have you seen from expanding to these languages? Do you instantly rank high? Does it take a while? How does it go usually?
Yeah, I would say that like since as you said, like not so many B2B SaaS companies like are kind of varying their languages and their websites, the languages that they have on their website. I would say that in the beginning it was challenging, and also like it was like questioned by like some stakeholders, like okay, what are we gonna get from these like languages? Later on, like we believed a lot in localization. And it's not just because like localization, when you talk to people in their own language, like they maybe like you have higher a chance to convert them to become your customers, but also in such like narrow industry contract management, where some people or some companies out there may not even know that we have a solution for this. So many companies, for example, like in some countries, they don't know that about electronic signature. They still depend on PDF, and then download PDF, and then like you sign it and then you upload it again. So like it's kind of like quite unique niche, I would say. So that's why we decided like to go into localization. So that was the main reason. Yes, we need to talk to people in their own language, and we believed in this. And luckily, like we found great results, I would say so far, since like it's still like quite recent, but since we already have 10 languages on our website, we found it quite easier to rank for specific languages. For example, for the Finnish language, like for the Swedish language, since like these languages are spoken by not so many people out there. So like it's not hard to rank for your core keywords. And also we found some MQL, good MQL out of these subfolders or or new languages on our website. So I would say that it's so far positive, and we are also like planning to expand even more to even more languages on our website, and that's a secret.
Yes, yes, of course. No, this is very cool. This is something for everyone to consider, I suppose. Like you say, it may be dependent on the on the product. but it's definitely interesting. And I suppose that your product is also translated in these languages now, or not?
Yeah, we have some languages on our product actually. Yeah, and we are like planning to even like have more. Even like when we launched some template projects like on our website. So now it's in English, the templates, but also we are planning to translate them to more languages. So yeah, we kind of customize and we localize every aspect of the product, not just the website.
Right. This seems so you need some more buy-in for this. This is not only marketing effort. It touches on the product team as well because they now need to implement the different languages and maintain them. So it sounds like quite a big effort. Um,
Yeah,
but when you release them, so you timed the translation of the product with the release of the new languages in terms of content, or was the product translated later, let's say?
I would say like at the same time. So like if we have the product already like it's ready like to be in this language, and then like we started to have like also this website, since we are a Swedish company, so of course we had like Swedish and also some other Nordic languages. So we had like Finnish and we had Norway like quite earlier in the process, and of course English. And right now like we are also trying to build more and more, like so even like maybe we can go like to some Arabic countries and Middle East Eastern countries as well. But we are waiting, like since our product is still from left to right, but the Arabic language, for example, is from right to left. So we are waiting to optimize our product first, and then we can launch like this sub language on our website as well. So I would say it's completely synchronized in this way, and we need it to make sense. So as I said, like in the beginning, right now we don't just depend on how many X people like visited our blog or visited our website. We rely a lot on the quality of the traffic that we get, and that's why we want like every content or every piece of content that we have on our blog to contribute to increase the brand awareness of Oneflow and our product.
Good stuff. You mentioned the second part of the year you focused more on topics or keywords or types of content that would produce more qualitative leads for you. Can you expand a little more on that? What type of content would that be?
Yeah, so we started this project by explaining like, okay, these are, since we are contract management like company software, what would be like the main keywords that people type on Google in order like to reach our website, or in order like to know our product. So maybe like these keywords are electronic signature, digital signatures, like sign PDF online, like contract management, etc. And then we started to see, okay, are we ranking on Google for these specific, very important bottom of the funnel keywords or not? So we started like a huge project called like Oneflow core keyword edits, where we kind of like try to add more content to the already existing pages that we have, try also like to merge and delete some repetitive content and all of this, so that we make sure that we have like SEO friendly content for these specific core keywords. And if we rank them on the first pages like of Google, we kind of make sure that we will get qualified leads out of them, because they are bottom of the funnel content. So people already know about our solution and our product. Maybe they compare us like to some of our competitors. So if they land on Oneflow contact management page and they see like what features we are providing them, then they can convert later on to become customers at Oneflow. So I would say that was like the main strategy. Like, are we there on search engines, not just Google, like for the main core keywords or not? If not, how to get there? And that's like what we try to do, and that's why what we are also still doing at the moment.
And how has it, so let's say you have, let's say, contract management software. That would probably be one of your keywords. How do you go about creating a piece of content and then how do you push that to, let's say, number 1, 2, or 3 on Google? What is your process?
Yeah, so I would like to divide the process here into three main steps, which we did. Firstly, like we see how many content or how many pieces of content that we have right now about contact management software. We found out that we already have like enough content on our website, but it's very distributed. So like we have an article about benefits of contact management software, another article like about contact management software like solutions, or like contact management software for HR, and then like a third article and the fourth article. So we found that we are very like distributing like the SEO traffic to so many blogs at a time. The first thing that we did in order to avoid this, we clipped and we merged all the content in a long format educational piece of content, so that we can be like more reliable source when it comes to this specific core keyword. So in one article, you would find contact management benefits, contact management software for HR, for sales, for procurement, for different like departments, and then top like contact management software solutions. And this is how to use Oneflow for contact management software. So very long article, but also like SEO friendly, and also like we optimize the CRO for this article, so that we can make sure that people can convert in an easy way. So that's the first like step, I would say, to collect all the articles and kind of put them in one long format educational article. As the second step is to see like what our competitors have about contract management software and we don't have. So we kind of tried like to iterate our ideas, what we have on the page, and then what we can add in order to compete with them. And then the third part, which is the technical aspect of SEO. So trying to make sure that this blog like is SEO friendly, like it has like a good page speed, and it has the structured data or the schema markup for this specific core keyword, which I will come to later on, because it's a huge project that we initiated quite recently as well. So I would say these are the three main aspects. With this, like we're putting this in mind, I would say that we also try to get like some natural backlinking and off-page strategy like to these specific blog posts, so that like we can make sure that they are reliable sources and are seen by Google as reliable source for this specific core keyword.
Hmm. Right. This process sounds very familiar. Let's let's say to what I was doing. Um, what do you? So let's see. Let's see. So what do you do? What do you use to optimize content for SEO? Do you use like Surfer or Phrase or something like that?
So mainly like we in the beginning we have like an SEO checklist where like all our writers like when they write a content like a piece of content, and then they go and optimize every page that they publish on our website, and then like I also manually go and SEO optimize, just like checklist, like making sure that this checklist is applied on the page. So we don't use any tool when it comes to like this optimization. Of course, we have Rank Math as a plugin, like on our as an SEO plugin on our website, but we do like the majority of SEO optimization manually with both like the writer and also the SEO specialist as well.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Um, for the I'm the least familiar with the technical aspect of SEO, so I'm quite curious to hear about your schema markup project. But for link building, briefly, how do you do that? Do you use an agency, or let's say, do you build links, or do you wait to earn them naturally?
Yeah, so we did use an agency that was like quite like a few years ago, but it didn't go quite well. So we depended like more on the natural way of generating backlinks. However, like when I started, like we found it quite challenging to get like these natural backlinks as always. So we tried to reach like to the like the closest like companies or website to us, like for example like our partners. So it's like, okay, like if we have like a customer stories or like a partner story on our website that talks about this company, and then like we publish like a blog post on our website about them, and then they do the same for us. So like making it quite natural and also in a good way that can benefit our business as well. So we started like with this, with our existing customers, with our existing partners. And then after this, and since like we are getting more traffic and more like qualified traffic, we started to get approached by people out there like, okay, like I found your article quite interesting. Can you please, like, if we can do some cooperation about backlinking? So it started with the closest like companies to our niche, and then we expanded to almost right now, like we have so many backlinking partners out there.
Right. That's very good. They say, and I have verified that links with topical relevance are more valuable. So, and those would be in your industry, you know, your complementary tools to yours, or obviously websites speaking about the same topics you do. So that's very good. And I think it's necessary to build a few links for an article to rank. Let's say it depends on the SERP, but 3 or 4, let's say. And it's difficult to get, maybe impossible to get earned backlinks to listicle articles, to bottom of the funnel articles, like top software. So you kind of need to build links, unfortunately. But that's how it is. So tell me about this schema project of yours. What are you planning?
Yeah, so like when it comes to the schema, like earlier we depended on like automating it like with rank math, but it wasn't quite like 100% the perfect way like, to do it. So like we decided, since we have right now an in-house website developer who can help us like a lot with like the website like implementation, about like the schema, also like everything about the website, page speed, like CRO activities, like all of this. So we started to plan like our schema project. So like we found out that earlier Google was seeing Oneflow, or other search engines was seeing Oneflow as like an article. So like for example, like our homepage, the schema like for it was just an article, not like an organization, not like a website, not maybe like a software application, not all these different types of schema. And just like to introduce the schema markup for people who are listening to us right now. So it's a programming like way of telling search engines what exactly you are providing to people. So instead of just like listing one page as an article, you can tell Google or other search engine that this page is an organization. It represents an organization, which could be like your company, and maybe it represents a news website, maybe like also it's an article or blog posting, or like different kinds of like schema. So, and there are so many types of schema out there. It's very like technical project, I would say, but it's also so important. You may not need like to implement the schema for every page on your website. However, like for the main pages on your website, it's great to tell search engines what are these pages talking about, like whether they are like a software application, whether they are like a medical news like website, etc. All of different kinds of websites out there. And we started to implement this quite recently at Oneflow.
And so the main reason for this is that you found that Google was seeing Oneflow, the homepage, as an article. And how did you see that? Where did you find that information?
Yeah, so Google, like, and other search engines, they provide a website called schema.org. where you can validate your website or every page on your website with the schema. So for example, like if you type oneflow.com on the schema.org, and then if you go to schema.org and go to validate, and then you type oneflow.com, you will see what search engines are seeing your website or this specific page or this specific URL. So we fixed this. Earlier it was just an article, but if you see it right now, you will find organization, web page, website. If you have an FAQ on your page, it will show up as well. If you have a video, it will show up as well. So I would say it's just like a way of organizing your data, basically. And it's also a good way to let search engines know what exactly your company is doing. And also one of the biggest motives to implement this schema markup right now, not tomorrow, not next year, is because of like Google Maggie project, like MAGI project, and this search like generative results that you were talking about, Christian, in the beginning of this podcast. So yeah, that was like the main reason, because like if Google and other search engines like they don't understand what your website is for, then like they will not recommend you in their like AI results or in their search generative results in the future. So I would say that like it was the perfect time for us to start implementing the schema markup on our website.
That's very good, and I learned a new thing with this validation tool. I didn't know about this. So what type of schema are you implementing specifically?
So I would say it depends like on what page that like we have. Like so for example, like if it's a blog page, then like we have like the article or a blog posting as a type of a schema, together with organization, together with like a website, etc. If it has a video, like so we have a video, a schema video. If it has like an FAQ section or questions, then we have like FAQ schema. So I would say it depends like on each page on our website. So we started with the biggest like pages, and also like the highly like the high pages that we think that like they can generate traffic to our website, so that like Google and other search engines can understand that what exactly our product is.
And you are implementing this right now?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe if when you see results from this, you can shoot me a DM, and I'll update everyone with whether this increased traffic or what kind of results you saw, if it increased rankings, basically.
Yes, sure. So right now we are closely monitoring like this, since like it's a big project between me and the website developer. Like so, we are kind of working on it right now, and hopefully we will see good results. So yeah, I will let you know, of course. Hopefully it will bring like it will bring good results to our website.
I hope so too. So 2024. What do you, I know you cannot see the future, but what kind of initiatives or projects do you have your sights on? I know there are many things you can do in SEO, but some things must have greater priority in your mind for what to try next. Or maybe you have a plan already built up. So what is your forecasting for 2024 look like right now in terms of your projects?
I would say like one of the biggest prioritized projects for 2024 is the technical SEO. And like the schema was just like a part of this like technical SEO. I would say that like for many SEO specialists out there, including like myself, like in the past, like I was just depending on page optimization and then getting some backlinks to the blog post, and then like I was trying kind of okay, like now it will rank. But I would say like with the search engines like getting smarter and smarter, also like with this AI, like with everything that is like coming in the future, it's good to predict the future from now. And it's not gonna be like enough to optimize the page on page SEO and then like wait to rank. You need to have like quite good technical website. You need to have like good structured data or schema markup. You need also to have like backlinking strategy, like natural backlinking and the relevant one as well strategy. So I would say, yeah, the main focus is the technical SEO right now, which we are shifting to. So trying to make sure that our website is quite well indexed on Google and other search engines. And that's why we also like started to go to Bing search engines, so that like we can kind of be SEO friendly on Bing as well, not just like focusing on Google as we used to. So the technical aspect would be like the main priority, and then also like the second one, the AI. So the evolution of AI, like how can we get AI tools to fit our need rather than replacing us, basically, like at the company. And that's why we started to depend on AI in generating content. We have seen like quite good results out of it. Of course, like we needed to to optimize the content. We needed to localize the content and to make sure that this is the right content that we want on our blog and our website. But yeah, we have used AI to generate more content on our website, and also to help us to rank better when it comes to SEO.
Interesting. I'd be interested to see one of those articles where AI was used. Maybe others will as well. It's quite a controversial topic, let's say. For the technical aspect, as I said, I'm not the most familiar, but you have the schema markup that I understand. What else are you looking at?
I would say the indexing and the crawlability status, like of all the pages on our website, since we have 10 languages right now. So some like pages can be hidden away from search engines. So we want to make sure that our website is well indexed on all like search engines. We also want to make sure that we don't have so many 404 like error pages. Like we want to make sure that our mobile page speed, which was like a big challenge for us in the past, but then like we had our website developer like working on this, and we got quite we improved in mobile page speed and also desktop page speed, which I think like it's quite interesting. Together with this, which is part, I would say, I still consider as a technical, or like has some technical aspect from the SEO, which is like the conversion rate optimization. Because like, as I said in the beginning, it's not about generating more traffic to your website. It's about whether this is relevant traffic or not, whether this traffic will later on become like MQL and then customers or not. So how to make sure that like our blog posts like that you see, like let's say about contract management, people can easily convert or like book a demo or like fill a form, like a sign up, etc. from this page. So it's all about like conversion rate optimization, which we will strongly focus on when it comes to our SEO pages at Oneflow next year as well. So yeah, this together like with indexing with the schema, I would say are the three main parts that we will focus on next year.
Interesting. Just quickly, the indexing part, how do you check indexability? So you just showed me the schema to check what Google is seeing your page as. What other methods do you have to see that your indexability and crawlability are how they should be?
So we have like two main methods. One is by using Screaming Frog as like a technical SEO tool, which was really beneficial when it comes to the technical aspect of the SEO. And this is not an advertisement. So like, yeah, Screaming Frog, like kinda we crawl the entire website. It crawls the entire website, and then it gives you like results about like, okay, this page maybe like not indexed, like this hreflang tags, since we have like so many languages on our website, this hreflang tags like doesn't work, like, or yeah, don't work, etc. So that's one method to see like the indexability and the crawlability like status of the website and the pages. And then the second one is depending on Google Search Console indexing report. So Google kind of like set or extract like an indexing report each month, and then we see like how many pages are indexed, how many pages like are not indexed or are not seen by Google out there, and then we try to fix this as well. So yeah, these two main methods I would say. There is like a third method, which is like maybe like you can use technical audit of the website using like some of the SEO tools out there, like Ahref, like SEMrush. But for us, like Screaming Frog and Google Search Console reports were quite enough, I would say.
Thanks for explaining. So we're running a bit over time right now, but I do have one last question. So these initiatives that you are planning, I'm curious how you choose which to prioritize, and how do you get buy-in from your manager, let's say, or yes, from your boss?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say like the main answer, like in one word, is cooperation. So, and that's what brings me like back to what I told you like in the beginning of this interview, like or this podcast, that SEO is about cooperation between different departments. It's not a one-man show. It's rather like cooperation between all the department. So, for example, like if we have like, okay, this is schema like stuff, and we need the website developer help like in order to implement it, then we go like to the website developer and we see like the main projects that he or she like are working on right now, and then we see, okay, like yeah, this is like we need to prioritize, how can like we prioritize this like schema and this and this and this. If we see like, okay, we are releasing like more templates in the future, like can we make sure from the product team that like our product is ready now like to release these templates or not. So it's also like about cooperation with the product team, cooperation with the sales team. If we want to answer some people questions on our blog post, can we get the most asked questions from the sales team out there, and then we try to prioritize based on this. So I would say like in one word, it's all about cooperation between different departments, and that's what SEO in my opinion like should be. And it should be about like, yeah, it's not just about like one initiative or one person initiative. You should talk to your product team, you should talk to your sales team, you should talk to like your entire marketing team in order to make sure that you have the perfect plan for your SEO strategy.
Oh, nice. Very sounds like you have a good team over there, which I'm happy to hear. Good, Mostafa. Thank you very much for your time. It was a very productive session. We covered a lot of topics. I'm sure everyone will find at least one thing that they didn't know, or that they got inspired by. So thanks a lot for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for everyone listening.